I just recently heard of this. Have you ever heard of PPE?
No,
You know what PPE is?
no personal protective equipment.
No.
Not the one not for the job. No.
It is a professional. You know, I don't know if I can say the word, but
Professional.
you know, PPEs. Women apparently have something called professional pussy eaters.
Oh, the designated guy is that?
Yeah.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my comfy couch.
So,
So it's me and Charlie, you know Charlie from Charlie's Corner, and he's been on our show quite a bit.
yes.
So Charlie, we did a episode together where we spoke about signs that he's into you, right?
Yep.
So we were saying, hey, well, we should do one for signs that she's into you,
Mm-hmm.
so that guys can know, right? With a
Absolutely.
woman. Okay. So yeah, let's talk about it. So
Alright.
how about you start off? Tell me, what's a tip that we can give to viewers so guys can know, like, if a woman's into him.
Yeah, I like to call it 2023.
2023.
I like to call it sign language. You know, you see certain things that a lady might do if she's interested in you fellas. Like if she's talking to you and she's playing with her hair, or if she's leaning or posting against a wall a certain way, or if she's really feminine. You know, her voice is a little bit higher pitched than normal. Those are just a couple signs that you can tell if a female is into you.
Oh, so you're saying like her body language and the way that she is. Okay, those are good. I think those are good signs because I don't think we can help that. Like we just naturally start doing those things when we're into someone. So I think that's good. A tip that I wanted to leave was she makes herself available. Like I've spoken to, friends that have been talking to girls, and sometimes the women will give them all kinds of excuses. They'll try to make a date and they're like, oh, I gotta do this or I gotta do that. Like when women are interested, we make ourselves available. So it's not gonna feel like you have to chase her down for her to go out with you. It's gonna be, easy. She's gonna make time available. And it doesn't matter how busy she is gonna make that time. What do you say about that?
I agree. I absolutely agree. Listen, I feel like women have their phones in their hands 90% of the time. So if you text her at noon and she don't text you back until like 5 or 6 o'clock, she's probably not that interested. It didn't take her 5-6 hours to pick her phone up and answer and reply back to you. So I definitely agree with that as far as like that availability goes.
Oh, that's a good one too. So yeah, the response time. I like that because a lot of times it's text now, which is so crazy to me that people are texting more so than like talking on the phone, it seems. But yeah, so that response time, she's going to be really responsive. I like that too. What about, I want to say one about the way she dresses on the first date. Because I feel that, when women are really excited about a guy, she's going to put the effort into the way she looks on the day of. So if you meet with her and her hair is like a mess or she's not looking like, she tried, then I don't think she was really excited about the date. Have you ever been on with a woman and the first date you're like, oh my God, did she even shower or do her hair?
Have I? Oh man, yeah, I have. I went out with a girl one time and it was like she just came out in like her pajamas. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Like all she was missing was the bonnet. That's all she was missing.
Oh, girl can't pull her free meal, huh?
That is all she was missing.
And again, these are like the first couple of days because, until you get comfortable with someone, you want to put on your best impression, your best foot forward. So at first she's always going to, try to make sure she puts in that extra effort. Now, when we get complacent later on, that's different. But at first, if she looks like she didn't take the time, then she's probably not that interested. So something else I also wanted to mention was about, what do you think about the whole topic about where she wants to go on the first date? Like, if a woman is really interested in a guy, do you think she'll mind doing like a coffee date? Does it have to be, the first thing has to be dinner? Because I know a lot of guys complain or have an issue with, we have to spend so much money on these first dates, all this investment up front. But I feel like if a woman is really into you and she's not bougie, okay? Unless you want really like a bougie type woman. But if you want like the average type woman, I don't think she's gonna mind going on like a Starbucks type, feeler as a first date. What do you think?
I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
One of the best dates I ever had was like a little coffee date.
Oh, what do you mean? I don't remember us going
another
on
one.
a coffee date.
Another.
I just messing with you.
I was gonna say.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
You gotta let me finish what I was gonna say.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
My favorite date was a beach date that I had. My favorite date was a beach date that I had. I mean, I wasn't gonna say who I was with. Just put it out there, but yeah, those kind of dates I think are great. I know for me, right, when I started to date, it was somewhat like it was a little bit more traditional, like for me growing up. So I grew up on going out on a date with a girl. You have to take her to a nice restaurant.
Yeah.
And it has to be a nice restaurant. It can't be like
Denny's, IHOP, right?
I'm not taking her to Denny's or IHOP. Order certain things. Don't put your elbows on the table. That kind of thing. So that's what I grew up on. But definitely, like today, it just seems like the coffee dates are like the thing to do. And like you said, like a lot of men are on that. Like men, we not trying to spend $300, $400, $500 like on a first date.
I know. I mean, it's a big risk. I mean, and I'm not saying the guy shouldn't eventually take her there. Do the coffee feel out date, and then go take her to somewhere nice. But I don't think if a woman's really into you, I don't think she minds that. Is what I'm saying. Unless, like I said, she's really high end, and if that's what you're going for, then that's a totally different story.
That's what I was gonna say. If a lady is really into you, like. Could go sit down at a park with a couple of Big Macs and some Slurpees, and y'all can have the best time and just vibing in the park for some hours. Throwing breadcrumbs at the ducks, whatever. Like those kind of dates are like really cool. And again, like you said, it's a feeling out process.
Yeah.
And if you can meet a woman, fellas, if you can meet a woman that's like down for that, that she is really, really into you. I always thought that. If a woman is like really like high demanding and everything, like on a first date, and you gotta take her here, and you gotta wine and dine her here, I've heard like some women say stuff like you gotta pay for her outfit and pay for her hair to get done. If I gotta get you out on a date, that's a no-go. My mom taught me a lesson.
Oh, what did she say?
My mom told me when I was a kid, and it's stuck with me. Mom said, don't deal with a woman that just constantly wants too much. So that always just stuck with me. So like when I do go out, or like when I was going out and I was dating, that is something that like I paid attention to. If she just wants, she just want to like drain you for your time, energy, and resources, that is a no-go.
Yeah, I think when a woman's really into a guy, and of course she's not a gold digger or that kind of, she's really gonna be considerate. Like I think she's not gonna want you to overextend yourself, just to make a great date or what have you with her. So I agree. That's the kind of woman you're gonna want to look for, someone who is considerate. What about physical touch? I wanted to mention that one because I've also spoken with guys who kind of went out with girls and weren't sure, and she didn't want him to hold hands, she didn't. So that's the thing is, I think I have seen women who are even like the toughest cookies. If they really like a guy, after the first couple dates, they're going to be open to respectful. Keyword respectful, physical touch. Like if he wants to hold your hand or something along those lines, I feel like that is an indicator if she's into you or not. If when you try to reach for her hand or just really simple, basic, respectful physical touch, it feels like she's kind of standoffish, I think that might be a sign too. And again, not early on, but a couple dates in as things warm up. What do you think?
Absolutely. Like especially for someone like me, I am not really into physical touch. Like, I ain't trying to be touching on nobody like that when I first meet her. So I don't like to I don't want to give the wrong impression.
Yeah.
So, I'm not touching unless it's like a hug or something. That's like as touchy feel as I'll get like on the first few dates. But yeah, you can tell. You can tell if a woman is into you, like if she's laughing and she's doing stuff like this, like touching you when she's laughing and everything. Like, fellas, once she put the arm on you, like, she giving you these, or she laughing, or, leaning on you, laughing more than this, like you in there. Like, you doing good. You're doing good.
Yes, at least she's open to you. Because I do that when I laugh and stuff sometimes. And it's not like I'm ready to have sex, but at least I'm having a good time. Right?
Yeah.
Let's talk about sex-wise, because you just made me think about sex, because I've noticed that too. Like, sometimes guys are with women and the women aren't really given in terms of, she don't want to give head. She not really seeming like she's into the sex. Like, do you think that could be an indicator that maybe she's not really into the guy if, he's the one always giving head, or, she have all these rules, but you damn well know that she has given other people head and done other shit with them before too. Like, do you think the way they are in sex could be an indicator of how much they're really into the person?
Yeah. All I can say about that is, fellas, just be careful with that. Like, if you got one of those girls that, like, you ask for some head or something and she kind of give you that roll her eyes and, she start doing it, she doing a, like, real lazy job, or, that's something I try to avoid. Like, I don't do that. It's crazy. And I just recently heard of this. Have you ever heard of PPE?
No, no personal protective equipment.
No.
Not from the job. No.
It is a professional. I don't know if I can say the word, but
professional.
PPEs. Women apparently have something called professional pussy eaters.
Oh, the designated guy is that?
Yeah, where it's pretty much a guy who just come through and that is his job. He'll just show up, eat the cat, buddy down here ain't getting no work, and he just go home.
No.
That's
Nah.
Nah, that's a no-go.
That's why I brought that up. If she's not giving as you are giving, and this is something she does, okay? I'm not saying somebody who, is not really into that, but she's done these things. You've had conversations. Like, she has the ability to.
Yeah.
And she doesn't want to with you. And like you said, you just feel like it's so one-sided. I think that's the one thing I would say from these guys I've spoken to, is it feels one-sided.
Yeah, definitely. Like, look,
yeah, just overall, things feel one-sided.
Exactly. Look, if you don't want to be with me like that, just let me know. Like,
yeah.
If Tyrone get to like bust cheeks, let me bust cheeks too. Like, I want to bust cheeks too. Like, I took you out to eat, and I can't bust no cheeks. Nah, that's crazy.
Now, we're not saying all meals warrant the cheeks, but
yes, I'm not.
I know.
That came out wrong.
But I'm just saying, guys feel like slighted for real, and everybody isn't for everyone, right? So, but the thing is that I think women should take accountability too, or at least be mindful and say, okay, if I'm not really into this guy, maybe go out on a date too. I think I went on up to 3 before where I was like, okay, this guy isn't really for me. But don't keep going just because you ain't got shit to do and this guy is gonna pay for your meal. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, don't go out with guys that you're not attracted to. If you're not gonna give nothing up to the guy, like from the time y'all get together, leave him alone. Like, just don't waste his time. Cause here's the thing. And I don't want this to come out the wrong way, but that's what dating is. That's what we do.
Exactly.
That's why we get dressed up. We get the haircut, we throw the fit on. Normally we driving around, car be like, on a quarter tank, but we done filled the tank up just so you can see it when we pick you up. You know what I'm saying? We do that for y'all. We're doing that with the intention of eventually getting laid.
That's
Like,
right.
not saying that that's all we want is just like sex, but you know what I'm saying? We want to take it there. We want to get there. So if you're not interested, you know you ain't gonna give it up to the dude. Don't keep taking him out, having him, you know, spend money on food and do craziness. Like, he gotta get you like the right drink, and he gotta get you like the 10-piece wings all flat. Ladies, I know y'all be doing stuff like that. I had this poor dude jumping through hoops.
Yeah, that's the thing is when the guys feel used, because that's another thing I kind of hear. You know, you just feel like you're being used. So I think when you have that feeling, just like women, I think we know our intuition, our thoughts. We have that kind of thought, like, okay, is this guy really into me? I think once you start to question and you're doubtful about it, then maybe that's a sign in itself that that person isn't really into it. Because I know when we women, we into somebody, like, we show, like, y'all don't have to ask. We really calling y'all. We all up on y'all. Eventually, y'all have to be like, whoa. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to question when we're into you.
Yeah, I will agree with
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it's like, you know what's crazy? Like, when a woman is into you and like she buy you food, like, you know, you go and she done got you like drinks and stuff, and it's like, I can remember, like, you know, going out on a date and, like, you know, we ordered the food and all this stuff. They brought the check, and I'm like, okay, cool, look at the check. And then, you know, I go to pull out the wallet, and then she just like, I got it. It's like, mind blown. That's how you know she like you, boy. She done fed you? Oh, my God. Yeah. What? Yeah, that's next level, Like, if she vibe with she rock with you like that to the point where she gonna pay for the food, yeah, she like you, she's into you.
Yeah, and showing interest too. I just thought about that, showing interest in the things you're interested in.
Yes.
Because that's something that we do too. Like, we want to, you know, show interest in whatever hobbies you have or whatever you have going on, or when you're talking about it. Like, we genuinely want to know. We're curious about you and the things that you actually like.
Yeah. That's why you gotta test it.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
If you like anime, have her watch some Dragon Ball with you. If you like wrestling, be like, all right, girl, we gonna watch the whole 5-hour WrestleMania. Just have her watch the WrestleMania with you. You know, have her watch the football game with you, the basketball game. Test her, see how she does. Like, if she's really interested, she'll sit, she'll ask questions. It's like she'll be engaged. That's really cool to like share stuff like that. You definitely gotta test them though. I always test everybody. Like, oh, what are you into? I'm into wrestling. You know, if she down to watch with you, like, that's good. Like, come to a good start.
That's the thing is, you know, just being genuinely curious and wanting to be a part of someone's life. At the end of the day, everyone deserves to be with someone who really wants to be with them.
Absolutely.
And guys, I really want you to only invest your time and energy in the women who are really into you. Don't accept anything less. Just wait for that woman who's going to truly and genuinely be into you. So guys, if you're questioning, hey, is this girl really into me or not? If you've seen any of these, you know, red flags, or if you haven't seen these, then you should probably question that maybe she just really isn't. Let us know some more tips in the comments, okay? Ladies, give us some more tips. Guys, give us some more tips. And we'll see you next time on my comfy couch. Toodles!